I am finally going to do it. This will be the first startup, not ever for this bike, but the first time I am starting this motorcycle. Let it warm up. Oh yeah, exciting. Then we go. All right, so it's already on. That first start, like, felt like the engine was struggling to start. We are riding the Ducati for the first time. I have it on race mode. I want full power, so yeah. So I got traction controller 3, wheel control 2, engine braking 1, ABS 2. Where's the power? Yeah, I'll need to figure out how to set up all of that stuff. First impressions, the bike feels like a naked bike. The bars are wide. It has decent power, not a 1000cc sort of power. The brakes are new, so I can't talk too much about the brakes because it is bedding in, but it does have some pick up and go, a decent one for what it is. It does rev up easily, very easily, which is nice. I think I am so used to the aggressive position. I feel like that is what I'm missing. I feel like I need to be down here instead of up here. But how does the power feel? The power is nice. It is sort of linear power. Is it comfortable? The seat is quite comfortable, at least. The seat is very nice. Yeah, it is very flexible. Like, yeah, it feels like the KLX 300. It is very light and maneuverable, which is very nice. At low speeds, when you can hear the exhaust and the induction, it is very nice. But once you get moving fast, you kind of lose all of that. I had the feeling, even before I rode it, that I wasn't going to feel stretched out. I feel stretched out compared to my Honda. I was hoping this will make me feel more of like cramped, but it doesn't. It opens me up, which I don't know if I like it. Having the bars down a little bit will be my preference. That is what I would prefer, but that's just me. I can feel some heat on my thighs though. I went left last time. And also, the lack of adjustability of the levers, the brake and the clutch lever, is very annoying. You cannot rotate it down, so it's not very cool. Suspension wise, I cannot say too much, but off the bat, stock unadjusted standard suspension wise, it feels good. It is plush, and this is the Orleans. Wind protection, I think, is really good. It does pretty well at protecting the wind from hitting you. The throttle, and this is my personal opinion, the throttle feels a little too electronic for me. It is a little too smooth for my liking. Mirrors vibrate. They are okay. They could be better. They vibrate way too much. Clutch is a little finicky. It doesn't disengage so you are almost down to releasing it. So that is sort of weird. So yeah, it's if you're gonna get this bike, if it is your first bike, yeah, you don't have anything to compare it to, so you'll like it. Being my first Ducati, I don't know. I'll have to talk to a lot of people who have owned Ducatis and now own this to see, but I don't see anything so special about it as of right now. My view might change later. But the seat wise, so the way the tank is shaped and the way I'll call it the hip of the bike is very narrow, so it is easy to hold on to the tank with your thighs or your legs. It is very nice. That I give it to it. Very nice. I don't feel any unnecessary vibrations. A smooth running engine, V-twin. It has this sound. It sounds like when you give it throttle, it sounds like a frog croaking, like the start of a croak. It's very interesting. Yeah, but there are a few things that will change as we break this bike in. The brakes are, yeah, unless you brake hard, like the initial bite is kind of vague. You cannot actually feel anything for the initial bite, but once it bites harder, you can feel it a little bit, which is good considering this has ABS. But the brakes should get better as they bed in. The heat is to the level where you notice it, and I think the reason is because you are right, the cylinder head is right by your legs, between your legs. So yeah, they could have done better. See how the RPM starts. The RPMs start to climb when you start when you start engaging the clutch. That was what my Honda was doing before I flashed it. So I think the computer tries to give it a little bit of gas so as to not kill the engine, which I do not like. I want to do it myself. Well, when it hits a bump, it's very composed. It doesn't jerk you. It is very, I don't know how, yeah, it is very composed. That's the word. Take all this with a grain of salt because this bike is still breaking in. So I don't know how it's going to open up after it breaks in with all the electronic stuff. But I need to figure out a way to adjust the levers because without that, I'm not taking this bike to the track. Oh, this bike gets hot. Yeah, that's the rear brakes squealing. Everything is bedding in at the moment. Man, that rear brake is crazy. Or is it the front? No, the rear. So there we have it. See how the mirror is vibrating like crazy. I don't know if the lights are on, but yeah, it's a nice bike. So I just did my first 24 miles. I'm getting 50 miles to the gallon, which is insane. I'm not used to that. Well, the KLX got 62. All right, let's go back. So it's getting dark. We had to pull over and turn on our night mode. I think we hit our first 24 miles, and that is good enough riding for the day. I think I would gel with this bike eventually. I think it's the same issue I had with my Honda. I was debating if I liked it or not. I guess I'm very critical because I bet if it was my only bike, I would be praising it like crazy. But since I know I have an option, which I like, I'm kind of a little harsh on this bike. But I need to because it costs about the same. Air temperature, 100 Fahrenheit. That is not true. Unless it is the air going into the intake. It's not 100 degrees out here. It's like 70 something. It's been a good ride. I just still need to figure out a lot about this bike. If there are any questions you have, any measurements you want me to take, or any general questions about a motorcycle, feel free to ask and I will check it out for you.